Hello, my name is Tom Ulisny. I'm a writer and a traveler. In March of 2016, I visited China, flying from Detroit to Shanghai. The trip included a cruise out of Shanghai to Okinawa, Japan, and to Busan, South Korea, as well as a train excursion within China to Xi'an and then on to Beijing. Along the way, I took many pictures and videos, and I've recently taken the time to string some of them together into what I call my Big China video. It's roughly 20 minutes long, so it's not really that big. I hope you find it enjoyable, and I hope you find it useful, especially if you happen to be planning to visit China yourself. Additional information such as my detailed itinerary, planning and travel tips, and my rough budget can be found on my website at tomulisny.com. And now, without further delay, here is my Big China video. First up is the view of Shanghai from my hotel window. Next, I visited an authentic Chinese water village about an hour and a half drive out of the city. It dates from the medieval times. It gave me a chance to see a little of the surroundings and provided a very interesting glimpse into Chinese history. Once back in the city, I took a walking tour of my own outside of the hotel to what's called the Bund. As you can see, it's a very nice walkway along the Podong River, which separates Shanghai from the ultra-modern and bustling financial sector on the other side. The walkway is a very popular place for both tourists as well as Shanghaians to spend a leisurely afternoon. The atmosphere is casual, and as you can see, the views both day and night are spectacular. On my second day in the city, I took part in the Chinese tea ceremony and just bummed around with my guide through the rest of the city, as you'll see.
Okay. 3. Okay.
Now we can go.
Yeah, now we can go. Hello.
Oh, we're on audio too?
Yeah, we are in Shanghai now.
Yes.
This is our downtown.
Yes.
It's Nanjing Road.
Yeah, keep it up. Good narrative.
We can find everybody are shopping here. And eating here also. We just finished our lunch just now.
Noodles and dumplings.
Yeah, noodles and dumplings. How about the noodles and dumplings?
Okay, I'm going to sign off.
Okay, so this is called Morning in Okinawa. After a couple of days in Shanghai, we boarded a cruise ship. This was the Quantum of the Seas, a newer ship in the Royal Caribbean Line. Our first port was Okinawa, Japan, where we stayed the better part of the day. As you can see, there are a lot of buses lined up to take us cruisers into the city and to the various points of interest. We spent the better part of the day touring an old Japanese fortress, which dates back over 1,000 years, and then going into the city and enjoying the points of interest there. After leaving Okinawa, it was on to Busan, South Korea, where we toured some points of interest on the outskirts of the city before going into the city proper. Busan is a very busy place, and one of the most fascinating places within it is the world-famous Busan Fish Market. As you see, the place is huge. Seemingly, you can buy every species of seafood known to man here in whatever quantity you like, And I haven't looked at the prices, and I didn't buy anything there. But boy, if you go there hungry and you're into seafood, it's the place to be. In all, the cruise was about 5 days, and as you can see, there was a little shop on the water on at least one of those days. But it was March, and that was really to be expected at that time of year. It wasn't really any big deal, and certainly the Quantum of the Seas, being a large ship like it was, had no trouble with these waves, which are really kind of a modern heights. The wind was a little blustery, I will say that. Back in Shanghai, here's the train station where I caught a train to Xi'an. That's where the Terracotta Warriors are. I wanted to see them. And on the train, let's see, it's a 750-mile journey from Shanghai to Xi'an. Lasts about 13 hours or so, so it's an overnight trip. And I stayed in a sleeper car, which accommodated four of us guys, and I shared it with 2 college students and one fellow from Nanjing that we picked up along the way. Met a few people there, had an interesting dinner, and like I said, met a lot of friends. It was a good train ride. Hey, here we are in Xi'an. As you can see, this is kind of a public square in the shopping district, not too far from my hotel, just a short walking distance. It was kind of a fun place to be. As you can see, a lot of social behavior going on there. From there, I toured the wall around the city, as well as from there going to the Terracotta Warriors. I'll let my guide take it from here.
The corner, that is the side of the well.
Over there?
40 years ago, yeah. People digging the water well. They found the Qing army sleeping on the ground, yeah. And first of all, I will show you our direction. Here is the east direction, to west, 230 meters. From south to north, 62 meters. Yeah. So it covers 14,260 square meters, largest pit. Yeah.
That's huge.
If fully excavated, should be 6,000 figures on the pit, and now we only can see, it's me?
It's you.
Two cheese.
1、2、3。
The Terracotta Warriors were the high point of the trip to Xi'an. There are a lot more things to see in that city, and we spent a full day, 2 days there, so that was very worthwhile. From there, we went to Beijing, and here's the train. As you can see, it's a bullet train, and it took about 5.5 hours from Xi'an to Beijing.
Here are the streets of Beijing. Walking near the hotel. Just kind of checking things out. Pretty cold, about mid-50s, I think, as you can see. A lot of bikes, a lot of people, although not as many as Xi'an, I don't think. Apartment buildings over there. Oh, McDonald's across the street. No, I'm not going to go there.
Here is the hotel where I stayed in Beijing. From there, we went to the Forbidden City and Tiananmen Square.
Well, they're very used to giving me pictures to the Westerners. I'm not sure who's following. They're marching in the streets. Here is Forbidden City.
游客您好，
My group
必
here.
须单向参观，出口在古物部门两侧，
everything.
沿东西两侧。
A lot of people, but still the low season for tourism. We're along the Emperor's Walkway. Not sure if this is coming out too good, but anyway, that's Forbidden City, at least out of the main gate. What you see behind me is the main gate. Oh, I've heard of that.
There are lots of other things to see and do in Beijing. It's a huge city and a lot of history there and a lot of interesting places to go. High point among them is, of course, the wall. In the area of the wall where I was at, you take a cable car up a short ways, and then from there it deposits you just below the wall itself. It's a short climb up from there. There's steps, so it's not too bad of a hike, but it's just short ways.
Okay, so here I am on the Great Wall of China. Hello. As you can see, it's a long way down. That's the that's the rest of the wall over there, and the other part of the wall is behind me. And of course, there's just a big drop down there. You're not afraid of heights. Anyway, that's on this side. On the other side, this side over here, you can probably get a better view of the wall, or at least a different view of the wall, and it's really quite something up here. But I'll tell you what, it's a long walk, really strenuous to get up here, so I'm going to rest up for a little while before hiking further up, because as you see, I could hike up quite a ways and still be on the wall. So that's it for this video. If you're wondering what the guard tower is like, there's one here, and I'm walking towards it here, and as you can see, it's a little dark in here. The picture's pretty good. Then on the other side, we'll see what we come out through here. Oops, watch your step. And here you can see it's a lot steeper. Fortunately, they have stairs, which we use. But you can see the view is just spectacular. That's a town down there. I have no idea where it is, but the town I had lunch in and we walked up to the cable car from is over that way where you're looking at right now. And of course, that's the rest of the wall over there. You can see that a few adventurous souls are still going further down that way. It's a long hike from up here though, so I'm going to be not venturing too far. Anyway, this is quite something. A great sign here, a run and chase Great Wall tourism area. As you can see, the Great Wall just, this is going the other way from my last video, and it just goes on and on and on. Really spectacular. There's some Chinese lettering up there. I'm not sure what it means, but obviously that was added later. But you can see over the crest of that mountain up there in the center screen, that's the wall just keeps on going over that crest. It's just incredible. So this is that's right. We're headed down this way. Looks a little steep, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. There's two women down there. One is from India and one is from Iowa. The red-coated one is from Iowa. She's teaching English here in China, but she's originally from Iowa. So as you can see, this is quite an incline here, and we'll make it through to another guardhouse, and I'll terminate this video then. Hi there. Another guardhouse, and a view over here. Hello. And a view over here. See any Mongolians out there? And I think I'll stop this video here. It'll take me. You can see there's snow on the ground up here, although it's a very warm day. I didn't need to take this heavy coat along, but it's very pleasant right now. But obviously, winter's not over yet up here. Although it is March 3rd, so I've decided to venture out past this guardhouse, down the wall, up to that guard post there, because apparently you can get up on top of that, whereas the one I was in earlier you can't. So wish me luck. Alright, so as you can see, I made it, so I'll just climb the stairs the rest of the way. That's where I came from, over that way. So after a short climb up those stairs here, I am indeed at the top of the fort. Let's look back in the direction of where I came. That doesn't look like any distance at all. I'm sure it's not. Treacherous ice here, I better be careful. I'm gonna slip now. Okay, that's where I was with the last video, right? Last video right there, somewhere around there. But anyway, this is probably one of the higher points on the wall. And okay, so I've decided that this is as far as I'm going to go. I could go another 1,000 miles at least, but as you can see, I have to get back to the bus in an hour, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Not that I couldn't, of course. Anyway, that was the Great Wall. I might be taking some pictures yet this afternoon, but man, I'll tell you, this trip to China was something else, and this is the perfect way to top it off.
So, thanks for watching my Big China video. I hope you found it entertaining and were able to get some useful information from it. For additional details and for any questions you might have, visit my website at tomulistening.com. After so short a time there, I certainly don't claim to be an authority on China, but I did find it to be a fascinating and enjoyable place to visit. I hope you have a chance to go. But wherever your travels take you, be sure to remember to take along a good book. Whether relaxing on the beach or making the best of a long plane ride, a book can sometimes be your best companion. Now, there are many good books out there, and I'm a little partial, of course, but here are a couple of my favorite books. Learn more about them and about my further travels and writings at tomulistening.com. Thanks again for watching, and as always, safe travels.